Hey guys, Maytag Machine Maniac here. I'm bringing you another requested wash video. Today's video was requested by Curtis Coldhearted, aka Kesha Johnson. He requested this from my Instagram poll, and it was a cold wash cycle. So we're going to turn it on, set it to cold wash with light soil, deep wash, tap cold wash, cold rinse, high spin speed. I'm gonna not do a deep rinse, and deep fill. So, without further ado, let's get this started. We got about 4 or 5 days worth of clothes, a couple of bathing suits, and a sweater, despite it being, summer, and we've had exceedingly lots amount of heat. Bright and early in the morning. I know other kids at my school don't do this. I meant the getting up early part, not the filming their washer part. I've never seen purpose to a cold wash cycle. I mean, if you want your clothes washed with cold water, take your regular or your heavy-duty cycle as necessary and set it to cold. I mean, this cycle is exactly like the heavy-duty cycle, except it has a preset of normal instead of heavy soil. But the time is just the same. If I set this to heavy soil, it's going to be 58 minutes. Same as heavy duty. I believe it does 2 soaks, just like heavy duty. The only main difference is cold wash and cold rinse. And just so anyone who's requesting a cycle knows, if you request a specific spin speed, I may not be able to accommodate that. As again, that's a spin duration thing. Which is annoying though. Ow. Ow. That stings. there. Now you can, maybe you can see the water level rising. I don't know why they have the two options available. I wonder if that's gonna make it fill all the way to the top, or no. Thankfully I'm not doing a deep rinse. So I hit deep fill again because it's at more than enough water. You know, definitely wouldn't have filled up this much without the deep fill option, that's for sure. Now, funny enough, I had recorded the heavy-duty cycle that was requested with the 7 stained shirts, and I was editing it and I lost the footage. I don't know how, but you know, once the editing process was finished and it was exporting, and you know, I closed the app. I've done that in the past and it's always exported. And I come back about 20 minutes later, it says it's exported, it's not in my gallery. So, and me being me, I delete the footage once it's exported. So, you know, it's created the new video and it's exporting it. And I've always deleted the footage in the past. I've had no problem with it. No problem with that. And I lost all the footage, so I'll be filming that again. So I'll hopefully be 7 of these shirts. I'm also planning a use of the whites cycle. Funny enough, this cycle will not allow you to use the stain removal guide, as several of these options require cool or warm water. I don't know what the difference between cool and warm is in a high efficiency machine. Oh well, one uses a drop of hot water and that's about it. And that'd be the warm. This machine's actually okay with that. It does use a good mixture of hot and cold. If I increase the water level just a bit, it'll do faster agitation, so we're actually gonna do that. Nope, not the speed I wanted, but it's doing a bit better with this water, so we'll do that. I just realized I'm also wearing all black for once. Add a bit more. I still like the deep fill option is definitely good, as it does allow me to take control of the water level, which is something that I really enjoy. But one thing is for certain, it would not have filled this high without the deep fill button on. I mean, I've seen it fill this high with other loads on other cycles without deep fill, you know, just based on auto sensing. And no, the clothes weren't soaking wet. A load of my sister's stuff packed to the brim like this was, except I had pushed it down and added more, pushed it down, added more. So it was kinda, I stuffed it up. And it filled up right about to here, if not a bit higher, on the casual cycle. This machine's okay. I'd rather have My machine I want specifically is a Unimatic. I mean, sure, it's not big for space, but the machine cleans the clothes in about 18 minutes for a regular cycle. And the rollover is very fast. Not to mention the spin, I think, is at 1,000 RPM, so it's spun fast. That machine spins faster than this machine. Now this is me, I'm continually adding more water as I see fit. This is the agitation I'm looking for. Once the machine hits a certain water level, it will hit this agitation. It does different agitation for different water levels. If you've seen my washing whites, or even washing a rug, washing a comforter and some whites, in my washing a rug video, which were both on the bulky item cycle, it does this agitation. And the reason I like this agitation is the bloom is so much better. And you can see, like, the smaller, like, that washcloth is blooming. The towel is blooming. You can see this bloom action is perfect. It says maybe 70 degrees, 65 maybe. I don't really know, I don't have a thermometer on hand. But it's cold. Yeah, this is perfect amount of water. Hold on, I'm trying to stretch here. Oh, God. You know those days where you just wake up, yet you've had such good sleep, but when you wake up you're still tired? I'm having one of those days and I've already had 3 cups of coffee, so... But you could always just set, again, with the thing about the cold wash, you could always just set heavy duty to cold and set it to normal or light soil, because that's exactly what this cycle really is. It's got the same wash time and same rinsing and same spin times as heavy duty, just at different presets and limited options. A handicapped version of the heavy duty cycle, I guess. You could call it that, but, you know, I could get a lot of criticism for calling it that. Do that off camera. I even got a couple of bathing suits in there, because I forgot my bathing suit 2 times in a row. Excuse me. And my girlfriend's parents, who had a son who literally walked up and out with only a few clothes, and just, I think he's in California. Never met the guy, but he left all his shit there. So they had several spare bathing suits, and I'm, you know, washing them and giving them back, because that's the polite thing to do. And the only reason I didn't give them back then was, you know, I tend to keep the bathing suits on until I leave. So I didn't change back into them. Mm-hmm. And if you're wondering what that background noise is, we got the AC running. We don't have central cooling in this house, and you know, that sucks. Funny enough, I used to hate it when the recirculation pump would do this, where it sprinkles out instead, because it will do this, or it will, you know, go out in like one even thing. I don't know how to explain it, but the water will come out in sprinkle mode, or full on, like, coming out like jet. I don't know how to explain it, but I used to hate it when it would do this. Now I actually like it, as it covers more clothes that way. Thing is rated HE Turbo. I had to actually fucking look up what the hell that meant. It was like something with Tide. That's all I remember. You know, what I have in mind is it should do this speed of agitation on the heavy duty cycle with lower water to give it, you know, better cleaning, in my opinion. I think that'd be a nice idea, or a nice addition. Half of these clothes are clothes I'm still gonna donate. So that's why you see some smaller stuff. Some of these used to be my clothes. Oh, they're all my clothes and hand towels. Some of these I don't even wear anymore because, you know, they're too small. Except for that bathing suit, that's too big. Yeah, about, I would say, 10 more minutes of... Hold on, stretch again. 10 more minutes of wash. Sorry. Before, you know, it drains out and I kick it into spray rinse mode. Yeah, looking at the design of the dryer, which reminds me of the design of the washer, it was kind of stupid. At least the knob, at least. The cycle selector. You see, with this, every single spot has a cycle, all the way around. Yeah, sorry, I tend to use my feet for a lot of things. What's with all that space? Or just put them all on the top. Anyway. But yeah, I do tend to use my feet. They call me Hobbit foot at karate because my feet are just fucking huge. You know, I tend to use them for a lot of things. You know, picking up dirty laundry and tossing it into my hamper when I'm too lazy to pick it up with my hands or I'm playing games. Yeah, I'll just toss it with my feet. So I've kind of grown accustomed to that, actually. Sorry if that weirded anyone out. It was just my foot's on the dryer. You know, and all the cycles are like multiples of 5. See? 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60. It's just weird. You know, here you get cycles of varying times, but everything like on the Maytag was so close together. The lowest cycle you had was 37 minutes. Everything else was, you had 48, 47, and 63, and then the other 3 cycles were 87, 87, 77. And even then, with one press of the option on the 77-minute cycle, it could become an 87-minute cycle. And there's a lot of free space on the dial as well for several cycles. You know, there's a big open space on either end on the Maytag. It just drove me nuts. Now it drives me nuts again. Everything drives me nuts. It can't be one way or the other. My grandparents were big on, you know, eco stuff when they had their traditional top loader. And a lot of the times they would, you know, do large loads on medium and do it in warm or cold water. No warm rinse at all. I mean, their clothes got clean. They didn't get shredded or anything. I'd never liked that. When I filled my clothes up to the top, I used as much water as possible. You know, and this was in Arizona, but, you know. And now my grandmother hates the auto-sensing thing. I just find that a bit funny. I mean, those machines suck, though. So I don't blame her for not liking them. I mean, if I had one of those machines, I don't know what I'd be doing. But yeah, it's just like the heavy duty cycle. You got 2 soaks. And you can set it for the same time as well, 58 minutes if I set it to heavy soil. It's just the colder version of heavy duty. I'm kind of curious about the active wear cycle. There was one cycle I really wanted to film before my Maytag died, and it was the delicate cycle out at, commonly known as the hand wash. It was a decent cycle. It filled halfway up into gentle action, filled with brief soaks. And funny enough, that was, if I set the sun to normal, it would do an extra minute rinse with a soak. Which was something I found interesting. No other cycle did that. Oh, I also had a couple of people want to see what I look like. Now, I don't see, you know, seeing my face as part of the thing. You can kind of see my face, you know, right there, if you look. But you can't completely see my face. Maybe if you pay attention, you can tell that I wear glasses. But that's about it. But a couple of people want to see what I look like. So, I decided to do a thing. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will do a face reveal. When I hit 1K, I will do a face reveal. And I'm going to keep that promise. 1,000 subscribers for a face reveal. And unless you know me personally and follow my personal Instagram account, Maytech Machine Maniac is not my personal Instagram account. That account was created solely for the use of this channel, so I could interact with my fans. Well, not really. I don't really want to call you guys fans. People who like my content and wanted to see more clips of the machine. It was created for that and interactive, more one-on-one. You know, you want to talk to me about something or request something, you DM me on Instagram. You know, it's a one-on-one thing there. More one-on-one. I've had a couple of chats with fans, people who enjoy my content, whatever. But when I hit 1,000 subscribers, face reveal. My goal, excuse me, my goal is to hit 500 before I graduate. It shouldn't be that hard. You know, I continue uploading on a regular basis, whatever, attract fans. That's by 2022. I'm really hoping I hit 500 by then. If I hit 1,000 by then, I'll be very surprised, to put it lightly. But, you know, I'm not doubting myself. It's just, you know, something I don't see coming, because this is second nature to me, or third nature, or whatever. This is not my primary thing. My primary thing is music, and I've been doing that for 2 years straight. Oh, shit. Shit on a stick. That could have been bad. But yeah, 1,000 subscribers and I'll reveal my face. For those who really badly want me to do a face reveal. Holy cow, it's almost the end of the cycle. So I'm trying to get that back into place like that. Kind of drives me nuts that it's off kilter just a bit. And this thing is just, you know, can pull on it or whatever. Okay, lid lock. No, it's not. You know, once I bypassed the lid switch, you know, when I was younger, there was this big thing, like, holy cow, the machine running with the lid unlocked. Now it's just, whatever. It's really all it is to me at this point. Wait, how much time would it be if we had to deep rinse? Yeah, 25. Nope! In fact, I'm gonna cut the wash to rinse spin and just have it jump to the spray rinse by going to no spin. And then once it completes the spray rinse, once it starts the spray rinse, I'll put it on spin again. Put it on normal spin. I wish they had a name for this machine. You know, the Maytag Bravos, the Whirlpool Cabrio, the Kenmore Oasis, the LG Waveforce. This is just the GE. Just a GE washer. GE had the Hydro Wave. This isn't a Hydro Wave machine. I hated the Hydro Waves with a goddamn passion. Even the agitating models sucked. Infuser and agitator. I mean, the original Hydro Wave machines were okay. Once they started like putting auto sensing into it, no. The tub design was also weird. It was an interesting design in my opinion, where you had, you know, divots. You know, you saw several like lines like this, and then there was a divot. It's weird though. Just flat out weird. That's a thick load. I'm actually gonna. I know what I'm doing, except I can't speak English for the life of me. There we go. I just skipped a bunch of time. Okay, this has been quite a bit of a long. That. Good vents. The machine did very long, and that was on light soil. That was quite a long wash. Got the tub all wet, the machine all wet. The other machine that I don't really consider that vintage, I mean, I guess it could be vintage as it was one of the more first high-efficiency design machines. One of the first, not the first, was Whirlpool Calypso Motion. I love that machine. I want that. I want it! I just love the design behind it. I love the idea behind it. The design's interesting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest you look it up. Whirlpool Calypso Machine. Or Kenmore. Kenmore did... I think it's because Kenmore was bought by Whirlpool. The Kenmore Elite did a Calypso Motion machine as well. Now, I do like the smaller wash plate profile, because this is a bit smaller, or the wash plate's a bit smaller than the Maytags. but I can't stand flat ones either. I cannot. You know, Maytag's flat or Whirlpool's flat wash plate does not do well. I'm willing to bet if you put a wash plate that had more height, you know, like this one, you see the fins come up and the height, the middle is taller than the rest. If you put a wash plate like that in one of the modern Maytags, it would do a lot better job cleaning. Not an amazing job, but better than what it does now. And I did find out why the dryer itself takes a bit longer. Is because the capacity with the dryer was not designed with the capacity of the washer. So, while this machine does wash a lot quicker, it has bigger capacity. The dryer has probably 5.5 to 6 cubic feet. Maybe. 5.5 probably. Because the washer had 3.8 cubic feet of space. So now you're getting a machine that has nearly 1 extra cubic foot of space, and you're stuffing more clothes in it because this is the capacity it can run. The dryer, now taking a bigger sized load, as not a sex joke, but it's taking a bigger load, doesn't have as much room, therefore takes longer. It's just something that came to mind. I need to clean that. That is a must-do today. Jeez, 9:20, yeah. Well, there goes pretty much fucking the rest of my morning. Because I'm spending time with my girlfriend. So... Oops. Shit. That just smacked across that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the cold wash video. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for more videos.